Would you like to know how to sell more final expense insurance? And maybe you're frustrated right now. And I get it, my friends. Everybody's been there at first. I'm going to give you 4 tips that are going to help you help other people solve their problems. And hopefully that'll result in you becoming an agent that gets paid because it's a painful playground, but it's so profitable when you make it and really know what you need to know. So we're going to give you 4 tips that are going to take you far if you're ready. Number one, mental fortitude. And I know you're like, really, mindset? Are you kidding me? Yes, my friends, it's so important because, like I say, it's going to be a frustrating industry. You're going to get told no, no, no. So you've got to have a tremendous level of belief to make the bucks. It's important. And when you have diminished belief, you're going to see your success diminish as well. So belief is so foundational to you really navigating this industry. So belief is very, very critical. You've got to do positive verbal self affirmations. You've got to really sometimes eliminate some negativity around you. Maybe it's some agents that are just bleeding up into your head. You're not going to make the bucks in this industry if you believe every little thing that's negative. Nobody wants to be around a negative person. You've got to really be a positive insurance agent to have a chance of becoming a top performer. Now, it doesn't mean you don't have times where you're frustrated and you need to just vent it out with your mentor. That happens too. But get yourself into a place that you've got positive, powerful mental mindset so that you can have a chance of making that money. Final expense insurance is a lot to knows before you realize that paycheck, hopefully, when you sell a policy. But mental fortitude is so important to you finding success. Now, number two is you've got to look at a loss as a lesson, not, oh, I lost out on that sale. I'm a loser. Like I say, you got to have a positive, powerful belief. And you've got to look at every loss like, what could I do maybe a little better? I'm not bad right now. What can I do a little better to help the client win? You can learn from everything that you're engaging in. Top producers, those that sell a lot of final expense insurance, look at every appointment like a lesson. How could I maybe have navigated that appointment a little better? How could I have taken that telesales phone call to maybe the next level? A lot of top producers understand they've got to take their time. This is so critical. You want to sell a lot of final expense insurance? Well, you got to be a sincere listener and unpack what the consumer wants you to do for them, not what that consumer can do for you in your wallet. That's not going to work. So get yourself into a position where you slow down. Slow is powerful, slow is strong. Slow is going to help you hopefully sell a lot more insurance when you complete the equation here and get down to what the client needs you to do for them. It's about their problems, not you. So slow down, my friends. You're going to lose a lot if you don't know to slow down. So every loss is not really a loss. It's a lesson. So when you're like, oh man, I shortcutted the system. Yeah, I probably shut that one down a little too much. I talked too much. Maybe it was talk, 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 tell, tell, tell. I didn't sell. That put a sour taste in my mouth. Well, go back to point number one, build your belief back up, but look at every loss like a very simple lesson so that you can have a chance of selling more. Every top performer takes their time not to overanalyze, but to analyze what actually took place and goes, you know what? I could maybe do things a little better in this area and that area. Iron sharpens iron. That's why it's so important to have a mentor who can speak life into you. The life insurance industry is negative. 90+% of the agent force fails if you didn't know that. And sometimes it's because they failed to slow down. They went way too quick, thinking that the faster I go, the more financially powerful I will be because I can get more sales in a day if I just go real quick and just stack them deep. Well, you're not going to make the dollars that way. The industry is frustrating, but you better slow down or you're going to get hurt. There's no fine print here. All right. Now, number three is a big deal. This is where top producers that sell a lot of insurance, they train. They don't fail to train. And I've been in this industry for over 2+ decades, 20+ years, and we do recruit agents nationally to sell here life insurance, Medicare insurance, and a ton of annuities face to face as well as telespace nationally with us, and we recruit agencies as well. But no matter what work family you align with currently, jasonfinalexpense.com for free resources for your taking. But understand that training is so important. It's not about being all transactional with every person on the phone call or in that home appointment. You're going to feel like you got hustled in this industry, and it's hard to hear sometimes, but training is so important. It takes you farther because you're able to take conversations farther with a consumer. You're able to go into a deeper level with dynamic levels of questioning because you've trained for the rebuttals. You've trained for things. So instead of you getting into a mindset of, I'm going to cash in, well, what's probably going to happen is you don't show up to training and you truly cave in when a client says, I got to talk to my neighbor, I got to talk to my lawyer, I got to do X, Y, or Z, and you're zealous to get that sale. Slow down and throw yourself into training. I've been in this industry for such a long time, and in my first decade plus in the industry, I didn't miss a single training session. Iron sharpens iron. You've got to be so intent on getting just a little bit better. Because if you want to take that maybe sales call that soured you right now and lowered your belief in tip number one, and then you're not losing well, you're kind of going into a place where you're a victim instead of I'm going to be victorious here. And then number three, you're like, okay, I'm not going to train. I kind of know what I need to do. You want to be around other people that are making those dollars. It's contagious because you're going to be able to feel what their success is. You're going to feel what maybe you should be finding yourself doing. You're going to kind of navigate and pull yourself in that direction. And that really helps you. Top performers are dynamic creatures. We do things a little different. $1 million roundtable producers. They're powerful insurance agents that are some of the best out there, period. But you've got to take training seriously so that you can sell a lot more insurance. How you train is how you truly perform on that phone. How you train is how you truly play in that home in helping the client win. It's about them slowing down, being sincere, really selling the solution, not selling your policy. The policy is a byproduct, and it's amazing. To be an insurance agent is such a humbling and amazing profession, but top performers focus on solutions and problems that their product solves. Period. It's not about just talk, 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 sell, 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 even though they sell a lot of insurance. Now, number four is critical, right? You're like, I want the money. I get it. Who doesn't? But it's not just about the money. Money follows movement in this industry. It's so critical. If you move, eventually you should, not guaranteed to, by the way, you should make money if you are successful and sell policies. This is an industry that is a performance based business. But the moment that you slow down, the moment you quit performing, the moment that you quit moving, you're done. You don't even have a chance of making money. You've got to take this business extremely seriously. It's not a business that's a W 2. You don't just like come in every day and sit down and you're just going to sell millions of dollars in final expense insurance. You've got to be fine with the fact that some days you're overpaid, some days you're insanely underpaid, and it will even out. Hopefully, when you move with intentionality, you've got to be one that's serious. I'm a 1099. I own and control this business. The moment that I don't show up and open up shop, my sales slow down. The moment that I don't get on that phone with final expense telesales, I just took a back seat to my business. I'm not making the bucks. If you're a final expense face-to-face insurance agent, what does the white space look like on your calendar? Are you working every day? Are you disciplined? Do you have great habits? You want to have success, my friends, you got to show up. Half the battle in this industry is showing up daily, getting into a position where you go, you know what? Money follows movement. I'm going to move a lot. It doesn't matter if you're selling chicken manure. If you knock enough doors, somebody's going to go, oh my goodness, I got a garden. It's spring. I've been waiting for you to show up. Here's my money. I was in the dirt this very weekend myself. If someone came around with a bucket of chicken crap, I would have bought it from them. This is powerful for you. People need the life insurance that you're selling. People need the final expense insurance that you have to sell them and solve their problems. But money cannot follow your lack of movement. It follows powerful movement. And if you want to be a powerful performer, you've got to have powerful levels of action, powerful levels of belief. And I can barely get my tongue to work this morning, so bear with me, but you got to just lose well. You got to get into a place that you train, that you're not afraid to get uncomfortable. You're not afraid to be vulnerable around others. You're not like camera shy. You're not phone shy. You're not worrying about what other agents think about you as a person. You know how great you are. But understand that you don't even have a chance to make the money or become successful if you don't show up. Show up every day, do a little bit more within the hours that you have, but take the business insanely seriously. And you may find you become so successful, even though 90% of the agent force doesn't show up to training, fizzles out, and doesn't bring value. You're going to get paid based on the value that you bring in solving your consumer's problem. And you won't make a cent if you can't bring value to them. People do business with folks that they like. People do business with folks that they trust, and they will place their business with you when you do things for them. It's not about you, it's about them. So if you kind of turn things around, I hope these 4 tips help you turn your business around and you become a top performer. If we can do anything to serve you, my friends, in this frustrating final expense business, but yet so rewarding when you make it, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. We'd love to help you, even if you need a work family to call a home, or maybe you just need some advice or some tips on leads, or maybe you've got another question for me. If we can do anything to serve you, we certainly will. Remember, my friends, you've got what it takes, and I hope you become the top performer that you know you're capable of becoming. We'll see you soon, my friends. And remember, you've got what it takes.